What's good, everybody? You are now watching The Whole Week, the show where we recap the week that was in TV, movies, and entertainment. I am Corey, and I'm going to be walking you through all the things that I feel were the big stories that were noteworthy coming off of last week. So, I want to start off on a somber note today, talking about the passing of DMX. It is not something that really relates to movies, although he did have a few movie appearances back in the late 90s, early 2000s. X was just a great entertainer, man. He had a hell of a rap career and a nice run with the Rough Riders back in the day. And you know how some people pass away and you know, everybody likes to reflect and say things like, you know, they're going to be in heaven looking down on us and things like that. DMX is one of those people that we can really believe and know. If you're a Christian and he was a Christian, like, you can look at his walk and know that even though it wasn't the easiest path for him, you know, he still had his struggles, and everybody has their struggles. You can tell his authenticity and a true change that occurred in his life when he met the Lord and he chose to follow the Lord. So I included a little clip here just to play, and it's a prayer that he wrote and then recited right at the beginning of his salvation. But I wanted to include it here for those who may not, you know about that side of his life. But I enjoyed it. I'll play it here for you. You can enjoy it, and then when we come back, we'll jump into the first official topic.
Father God, I am just learning how to pray. Bear with me. First, I thank you for the life of everyone that's here with me. Then I thank you for the love you give me. Why? I don't know. I don't deserve it, and it hurts inside. Many a nights I cried and called your name out loud, but didn't call you when I was doing good, too proud. And still you gave me love. I wasn't used to that. Most of the people that gave me love ended up taking it back. That's something new to me. So I'm asking you for time to adjust. Let me make it there. I will be one you can trust. What I stand for, I put my life on. I do. I guess what I'm asking is, show me how to stand for you. And I will rap for you, sing for you, reach for you, preach for you, teach for you. I will love you like you love me, unconditionally.
So that was a prayer from DMX, recorded quite a while ago. You could tell from the video. I don't own the rights to that. I don't know who that clip belongs to, but I found it. I brought it in, and I felt like it was appropriate to play. Hopefully you enjoyed hearing that, and if you curious about his walk, there's a lot of stuff out there. He did a lot of reading. He did a lot of praying. He was very into Christ and belonging to the Lord. So I'm happy about that, and it does give me some comfort. But I do want to go ahead and jump into the movie side of things. So looking at the movie side of things and the entertainment side of things that happened this week, I have to say that it started off as a slow week because I'm not an award show guy. I don't do awards and award shows. I like to know who won because I like for certain movies to get the recognition I feel they deserve. But I don't necessarily enjoy watching award shows. So I didn't watch the SAG Awards, but I did go back and look at the recap and see who won in the big categories, because there were a few that I felt deserved some nods, and they did. I was very happy to see. First off, I want to talk about Viola Davis winning for the outstanding performance by a female actor in a leading role. That was her in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. I'll link my review in the description, but that was a very good movie. Her part in particular was very good. I enjoyed Viola here. It's physically, she transformed. I thought, me and my wife both thought she wore a fat suit for that movie, but no, I read somewhere that she actually put on I want to say like 40 pounds and actually underwent the physical transformation. I feel like that's something that's very underreported and under talked about when we talk about females doing it. I know Christian Bale is famous for becoming a different person, but Viola Davis is capable, and to be honest with you, she's probably one of the best actors, male or female, walking the earth. I would say easy top 5 alive right now. So glad to see her get her props for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Also, in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, we have the late great Chadwick Boseman winning for outstanding male performance in a leading role. Good to see him get his props here. I was kind of looking for nominations here because I wanted to see if Delroy Lindo got nominated. He did not. I'm hoping that is something that changed for the Academy Awards. Like, give that man his recognition for the Five Bloods. That thing was very, very good. His performance was very, very good. I'll link you my review for the Five Bloods also in the description because it was good stuff. It was very, very good stuff from Delroy Lindo. So hopefully he gets that recognition. Glad to see Chadwick and his family receive that honor and that recognition for this role. But I need Delroy Lindo to get some looks. Also in there, outstanding performance by a male supporting actor was not Chadwick, but it was Daniel Kaluuya, who won in the Judas and the Black Messiah. Now for me, if we go back, I don't know if it's a year ago now or 9 months or 10 months, I don't know how long ago it was, but when I first saw the trailer for Judas and the Black Messiah, I said this is going to be award-winning performances from Lakeith and Daniel Kaluuya, and here we go. I was right. I'll link that trailer review and I'll link my movie review. Like, I called that months ago. I was very excited to see the trailers, very excited to see the movie. Still call that movie the best that I've seen in 2021, and I don't think it's going to be taken out, but it's very early in the year. Last thing to mention from there was the Trial of the Chicago 7 won Best Cast. So I guess is outstanding performance by a cast in a motion picture. But I did see the Five Bloods got nominated here, so maybe that's hope for that movie. I don't know why I'm riding so hard for that movie, but I feel like it was damn good, and I don't think it's gonna get the looks that it deserves. But it was damn good. Anyway, let's move into another topic, shall we? I want to go into this next story of the House Party reboot. Now, I'm talking about this for two reasons. One, because they already have actors seemingly attached to play Kid and Play and show up and do the reboot, which, ugh. But I also hear that LeBron James and his boy Rich are behind this, and I'm like, all right, you got Space Jam 2, and I know I didn't see the movie, but the trailer looks trash, and I have a strong feeling that this is gonna be a trash, Space Jam 2. Don't trash House Party, man. Like, they did enough by giving us House Party 4. Like, they dragged the franchise down enough with House Party, maybe even 3. I don't remember 3 that well. But 1 and 2 was classics. The Kid and Play franchise of movies, like movies starring them boys. Cult classics. Leave that stuff alone. My childhood begs you to leave that stuff alone. Kid and Play does not need to be touched. I feel like we need to stop going to, hey, doing that thing. Hey, you remember we made all that money 30, 40 years ago? Let's do that again. Stop that, man. They got writers out here that's starving and like dying to put their ideas on the screen, and we're not allowing those things to come out. And I say we are the consumers, but producers, like, look for new stuff, man. Try to strike a chord with something new, something different. Don't go back to the old formulas and even the same old titles. Like, you could take the idea of House Party and make a movie, but you don't have to call it House Party, and you don't have to like do the thing where these guys clearly are the Kid and Play of the story. Like, you don't have to do that. Like, be original. Come up with something different. I'm sure there's plenty of ideas out there. I don't want to see this done. I will be around though to see it develop and give you my thoughts, but man, it's something that I just don't want to see done. Leave House Party alone. Keep LeBron James out of the movie making business. Like, play ball, bro, until you can't. You out here still killing people. Just keep playing ball. It's kind of how I feel. Sorry. Not popular. Sorry. Okay, next topic would be the trailers for the week, right? So we got quite a few trailers this week, as we do every week. I did a handful of reactions, and I would have to say of the 4 that I did, we had Monster, Jupiter's Legacy, The Woman in the Window, and Those Who Wish Me Dead. I would have to say, it's hard to put a best on this, but I think if we're looking at all around entertainment, good acting, good writing, good directing, amazing to see on a big screen. I think it will probably be Those Who Wish Me Dead with Angelina Jolie. It looks thrilling. If we're looking for a suspense, I would have to give that one to The Woman in the Window. And if we're looking for like good dramatic, well written, well performed drama, and something that might be tear inducing, something that might be get award nomination type looks, it would have to be Monster. If we're looking for a loser, it would have to be Jupiter's Legacy. Not saying that it's gonna be bad or anything like that, but it looks the weakest of those four that I just named. Also, just costume wise, production wise, it doesn't look like it has the highest levels of production. So that's why I say that about that one. I am gonna check out everything that we just talked about, all the different trailers, but I would think that Monster is probably the best dramatic. Woman in the Window, most suspense, and then Those Who Wish Me Dead. Basically the best overall. Just action, suspense, drama, acting. Probably gonna have everything in that film. So be on the lookout for those. If you didn't see those, if you haven't seen those, on the channel or anywhere else, go check those trailers out. Those are real good trailers. Last newsworthy thing to kind of discuss before we get into the winner of the week would be the Sony Netflix deal. Now, this is pretty big because with most other companies, like Paramount just put out Paramount Plus or something like that. You got Disney with Disney Plus. You got HBO and Warner with HBO Max. And you got, Disney also had the rated R stuff on Hulu. And everybody has a streaming service that they're trying to bring to you, and Sony just said like, hey, I'll just use the one that you already got with Netflix, which is big. Netflix is going to be getting the entire Spider-Man catalog, and then all the Marvel stuff that they do will be accessible there. They get the right to, I want to say, first rights as far as like if Sony wants to make something that's straight to streaming, like Netflix can give approval. They get first dibs. And I want to say they help finance too. Let me see if I have that here. Yeah, first rights. Okay, I don't think I have the actual article saved here. That I read a piece that said Netflix is gonna actually help pay. I could be wrong on that. But I do know that this is groundbreaking because it gives a lot more content to people who already have access to that platform, and it keeps the consumer from having to buy something else, which is great. I'm sure everybody's have enough with HBO Max and Disney Plus and Hulu and Netflix. Like, you got a lot of stuff already. So it's dope that they have an agreement with Netflix, and then also I think somewhere in this agreement is the fact that Sony doesn't have to just give things to Netflix. Like, they can give first rights to Netflix, but then they can also license their stuff out to other people as well. So this is good for consumers, I believe. And it's also, good for Netflix and keeping their catalog strong. Very strong catalog already, but strengthening that catalog. Good stuff. Now, moving on to the winners of the week this week. Is another deal, a Netflix deal, and it would have to be Rian Johnson. Now, let me tell you, this is a personal little funny thing. Like, I watched the Key and Peele Substitute Teachers, and when the substitute said,
you about as Spanish as Ryan Seacrest.
Since I heard him say that, I have always referred to Rian Johnson as Rian Johnson. On top of the fact the way he spells it is different, so every time I see him or hear about his name, it's Rian Johnson. And Rian Johnson struck a deal for Knives Out sequels with Netflix where it's $100 million type deal. Now, why is he and his cohorts, his producers of the film, the winners? Because buried in the articles, if you look hard, there's a line, and I'm going to read it to you. It says that sources say that Johnson, Bergman, who is a producer, and Daniel Craig, the star of the first film and the sequels, stand to walk away with upwards of $100 million each. Ding, 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 ding. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a damn winner. if you stand to walk away with $100 million for 2 movies, I believe, that you haven't even made, this is not attached to the budget. This is for them. That's great. You are the winner of the week. You came up in a way that most people don't come up in a lifetime. So huge props to Rian Johnson and Daniel Craig and I think it's I don't want to add a first name for this man, but Bergman. Y'all boys won with this huge deal. Truth be told, I actually started doing the review thing at the tail end of 2019. So my first movie that I ever planned to see and review was Knives Out, and it was the beginning of, like, you know, my wife was, well, like, exercising heavy. I was exercising heavy, but like we were starting to venture out and to do, you know, things separate. So it was gonna be like, hey baby, I'm gonna go see movies without you and like bring a notepad and take notes. And she was like, it's cool. I'm gonna do this YouTube thing. And it's like, oh yeah, it's cool. And I took notes on that film in the dark, and they were horrible. And I never recorded my review. I was still scared at that point. But I did love Knives Out. I really enjoyed it. I might actually retroactively review it once it's hit Netflix and these sequels come out. I might do a looking back on Knives Out. But that was a great one. It was a great one. I enjoyed it a whole lot. And I'm glad to see sequels are being made. And bravo to Rian Johnson and Daniel Craig and Bergman for walking away with that much money. That has been my recap, everyone, of the whole week. I've went over, you know, the things that I thought were significant. Did other things happen? Yes, of course. But these are the things that I chose to talk about and cover. I hope that you were here for the whole ride. Subscribe to the channel for more versions of the whole week. As the weeks continue to roll, I'll continue to shoot them and put them out. Also for trailer reactions, for spoiler chats, movie reviews. Soon gonna do a few interviews, maybe some movie debates. I'm trying to get a lot of things happening on the channel. So subscribe if you haven't already. Enjoy yourself, guard your heart, and come back and watch more videos, please.